Hello, and welcome to Straight from the Cloverfield, episode 52. I'm your host, Ralph. Today's topic is trauma and its interference with telepathic abilities. Trauma interferes with telepathic abilities, whether it's inflicted from somebody or self-inflicted trauma. If you make yourself ill and sad because you did something that made a mistake, you torment yourself with it, that cuts off from the telepathic abilities. You end up laying in bed and not getting up. It's important to get outside. Getting outside is a key to helping you through whatever it is that you're going through. And those who inflict trauma often have individuals trapped and not able to go outside because they do not want them to be able to find self-empowerment through solitude. And they inflict trauma on others, and that cuts off their telepathic capabilities. It's important to be in nature. Even low-grade inflicted trauma of being forced to go to school and separated from nature and what the individual would like to do versus the individual being forced to do, and also the workforce. And people can't just live and enjoy living. That's all like issues of trauma, and people are forced to do it against their will, and it's not right. It shouldn't be that way. It interferes with telepathic abilities, and the dark occultists inflict satanic ritual abuse on victims, and it cuts them off from their telepathic abilities, and it's wrong, and people should not inflict trauma on others in any way and restrict their freedom, because they have a right to go out and explore and have a life as long as they're not harming anybody. Children shouldn't be forced to get A's and forced to take classes that they're not skilled in. They should have their skills nourished and encouraged. And satanic ritual abuse needs to be exposed for the people that are really going through some horrible times, and they're trapped and going through some horrible circumstances. And we must come together and heal one another and allow one another to blossom, especially those who have been the victims of abuse and real abuse. Like, I'm talking about serious physical, sexual abuse. People, you don't know what people have been through. Don't judge nobody. Just help heal others. And nobody should have to go through that. It's wrong. Of course, it needs to be exposed. And the thought of it happening and there's nothing you can do about it is traumatic as well. It causes more trauma. And no child should have to be forced to go through anything like that. It's not right. It should be, everybody should be treated with respect and decency that they deserve. Any forms of abuse, like I said, interfere with the telepathic abilities because the mind continues to reflect the abuse and focus on it. It keeps them raptured in the past. It keeps them out of the present moment and shut off to the telepathic abilities of beings that want to help. And satanic ritual abuse is so severe that it can affect those who have been victimized in the past lives even. This is how bad it is for attacking the soul attack. Some may not even realize that they are afflicted by this life. We must be gentle with ourselves and with each other. Higher beings want to communicate with us, and they don't want to interfere with our evolutionary process. We are abused, and abuse and trauma happens. We cannot realize the frequencies. We cannot reach the frequencies of those who wish to guide us. We must seek them and learn to vibrate a higher frequency, reaching soul and heart consciousness and using the mind as the receiver that it is, because that's what it is. Nobody should be forced to do anything against their will. Everybody has the right to go out in nature and telepathically connect with trees and insects and creatures. That is where everything is, through the sun, together as one, we are the sun. So beings can reach you through the sun, because it's you and them as one. Everything is one, and we got its power when we're in the sun and talking to the trees. It's important to do that. And we should not be denied access to nature. We can communicate telepathically to the minds of others. We activate soul essence through our consciousness. Those who have been abused and traumatized can transmute it all through the infinite soul essence. That is untouchable, because the infinite soul is untouchable, and it's not confined to the body. You are more capable of more than you even can imagine. The dark occultists cannot. The dark occultists cannot achieve higher soul activation because they are unable to reach such a frequency, and that's where we got the power. Because we can reach that frequency, we can. They cannot, because they are soulless, because they're afraid of death, because they know that they're done for. And Earth will not accept them back. They're unable to reach that frequency. They are stuck in their heads, and they seek to keep others stuck in their heads as well. So victims have an immense power that they don't even understand, and they will find it, and they will rise above their captors, and everybody will join together as one force. We are the Rainbow Warriors. We have endured trauma, and through all the challenges that we have that we face, we managed to evolve even stronger than we were before we incarnated on Earth, because we are infinite soul. We are learning how to telepathically communicate and quiet the mind. We are discovering our innate gifts and abilities gifted to us by a creative source that resides within us. We can telepathically communicate with the earth and the trees and each other as well as higher dimensionals who wish to guide us on our journey through our own initiation. I don't know what that says. I'm really trying to read it. I'm trying to read it without getting annoyed. No trauma is too great for us to transmute. Whether we are an unstoppable force of loving kindness. No matter what we go through, our ability to show kindness to others shall never wane. Because showing kindness to others, no matter what you've been through, is a sacred gift. We've all gone through hardships. No abuse, no trauma, we can rise above it. They do not have power over us. No being that's malevolent has the power over you. You are infinite soul, and it will try everything it can to knock you down, but you will get back up, because Great Spirit says, get up. You know what? You've been through hell. You've fallen. You're laying on the floor. You're in bed. You can't get up. Get up. You can do this. I'm here. I'm right there. Look at me. I'm right there. I will be there if you need me. I will be there. That's why I do what I do. To help those who are very, very broken, I will help you, and I will try my best. And that's why I do what I do. We are Rainbow Warriors of the Holy Prophecy. We have come to give our gifts, not sell them. We give our gifts, but the thing we have strength. We volunteer. We give things. We help. We give individuals what they need to find their own soul and rise and become that butterfly. And through all that trauma of that whole metamorphosis, they will find their wings and fly. We have come to dismantle the system of survival and create the one earth under love. Through the rise of the human family, the dark cultures are crushed beneath our feet because they only live once. They only live once. You are an infinite soul being. And no matter what you've gone through, you will rise. Because the Great Spirit knows that you're more powerful than you even imagine. So, thank you for joining me. Find your telepathic abilities. Go outside. It's so important. And thank you for everything. Thank you for listening. And I will see you on the next one.